Hi, welcome back everybody to Big Gauchos stock investing show that's completely out of pocket to help put money in your pocket. As always, Austin and the boys are back.
What's up, guys? It's T Money. Tyler, we're in the building.
And David is back again.
We gotta get a solid introduction going. I realize that. That's all right. Anyway, we got a lot happening today. It was kind of a wild ride this morning.
You say that again.
Yeah, for sure. I think the big thing that people were talking about was Shopify stock has gone like way up. Not just because of online shopping, but I think it's created a lot of entrepreneurs in the market. What do you boys have to say about that? You think it's
Honestly,
promising?
I think it is promising. From personal use of Shopify, I find the interface and the overall feel of the actual company and what it provides is very high quality.
Yeah, and I've used it also personally, and I think it's super easy and user friendly. But the other thing that they have is they got business tools for like brick and mortar stores, like credit card readers and cash registers and stuff like that, which I'd used before, but I wasn't super into it. But I guess they're converting a lot of those customers into online now, just with pandemic circumstances and all that.
I've never
So
really heard of Shopify. What do they exactly do?
you build like online stores to sell your products. They're basically just it's like a super easy way to create an online store if you want to sell
Okay.
stuff.
So do they
So
just host the websites then, essentially?
well, they host the website and they give you the tools to create it, and
Uh,
they like process like credit cards and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool.
I
Yeah,
see. I
so
see.
Dave, so for all the viewers out there, I also have a side business. I love shoes, grew up playing basketball,
Yes, he did.
and I became a shoe designer, so I do custom shoes. Now, David, I've been talking to David about this for a long time, and Austin. And I use Shopify for my online store for my business. So if you were to go to creatorscustoms.com, you could also take a look at my website built through Shopify. So I do have a Shopify subscription. And honestly, based off what I've been through with them and from my work, Shopify definitely has a lot of upside to it.
Yeah, help Tyler out. Go buy yourself some shoes. They're really sick. I need to get him to make me one for my real estate too.
Got you.
Yeah, you
Yeah, they're
got me.
pretty good. He's made me a pair, and they were actually really nice. Um, but yeah, on to other news. If you guys remember, I think last week I mentioned a little bit about the some meat processing plants were closing down because of the COVID,
Yeah, that's right.
where some workers were getting infected, and these plants were just shutting down. And there was rumors that there might be a meat shortage in the country, and it seems that it's kind of come into fruition a little bit, where some supermarkets now are limiting the purchase of meat that you can buy to two, racks per customer. Um, Also, I read that Wendy's is apparently really low on beef, and I know we all love Wendy's here, the 4 for 4.
Oh my, not
Oh,
Wendy's.
dude, the
Oh,
spicy nugs and the frosty. That's my favorite.
Oh yeah, yeah. So Wendy's, apparently 18% of their stores within the country are just completely out of beef.
craziness.
I had no idea that was even going on, but I guess then again, I don't know that most people would have any idea it's going on just because, I think a lot of people are scared to leave their house right now.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty wild. So hopefully they can figure out how to open up these plants again safely for the workers to be able to produce meat for the country.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's super important as far as industries go here in the United States, but does is that related at all, or does that have anything to do with I don't want to say the name because I don't want to get it wrong, but there was a big company that does chicken that might or might not start with a T, and I thought they were it was one of those companies. If it wasn't them, it was the other chicken company that starts with a P. Um, but they were they were making their sick workers come in to, you know, continue processing the chickens, and they just spread COVID to all the workers like super fast because they're all working in close quarters. So there's not
Yeah.
really much you can
That's
do about that.
crazy.
Is it related to that at all? Do you know?
I'm not sure, honestly, but I think it was the tea.
Yeah, that's huge tea, especially
Damn.
because it's oh, dude.
We can't expose nobody, but you know who you are.
Yeah, it was definitely the tea. Now that I think about it,
Hey, all I
yeah,
can say is though, if I go into a Wendy's and they serve me my 4 for $4 and I get COVID, you best know I'm going back and getting some more because you can't get it twice. You know what I'm saying?
oh, that's that's
No,
facts.
I'm
You
just
got,
kidding.
no, I mean you got the antibodies, so I mean you can get the refund and just keep going back over and over.
Oh yeah, I'm
And
gonna say that I got COVID from them, and I'm gonna get free Wendy's for the rest of my life.
bro, yeah, you get dumb racks off that lawsuit for sure.
I mean, I'm not sponsored or anything. I mean, if Wendy's, if you're listening, send your boy a sponsor. But like,
They're not gonna
if you,
sponsor us after this. You just said you were gonna get COVID from their chicken.
but I said I was joking.
That's
But
a
like for
fact.
real
That's a
though, like
fact.
if anybody's ever balling on a budget and you want to get a lot of food for your buck, 4 for $4 is the way. Just saying.
That's totally facts. Wendy's will do the sponsorship for $3. We don't even give a shit. Like that would just be funny to do.
Hashtag not sponsored yet.
Cut us a check first.
Honestly,
what what's this thing about Lyft going way up today?
Dude,
Zoom.
apparently Lyft jumped up 15% in the day.
Oh
Dang.
man, that's crazy.
You cop
I
some
know.
Lyft, right, Dave?
No, I was kind of thinking about it once their IPO came out back what was it? That's been about a year and a half ago at this point, maybe.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it was overpriced. What, like at $100?
I don't think it was that high. I
It
think
was 20 something. It was similar to Uber.
I
no. It
swear,
was it
no.
was way more than Uber.
They were way
It
overpriced.
wasn't 100 though. I think it was maybe closer to 70 or 80.
70, 80. I mean, shit, it's like $30 now, $40 now.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
says their I just looked it up. It said their IPO was $72
Oof.
a share.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so I was thinking of it just because I think it would be a really good opportunity for the future. But I thought it was way too overpriced. So I didn't pull the trigger on it.
Good work.
So yeah, it was good because if I were to buy it at the IPO, I would be down probably about half. Unfortunately,
Oh
but
yeah,
I
you'd be
didn't. So
Yeah, we should have bought it when
you'd
Lyft
be
and
so
Uber were
screwed.
at $15. That would have been a major buy.
yeah, true. But apparently, the reason why they went up so much today is because their 2020 Q1s came out, and the amount of riders they had was 3% higher over their 2019 Q1, which is actually kind of
Dang.
bizarre just because that was in the time of COVID. And you would think that it would be down quite a bit, but it was actually up.
Yeah, you would, because I mean, I wouldn't be inclined to get in a random stranger's car, you know, even if I was stranded and really needed a ride, you know.
Yeah.
But do you think it'll make up for the losses that they were experiencing from the IPO crashing and burning?
Oh, no. They're still a long ways off from that.
3, 4 years, my guy.
The 3 or 4 year contract.
Seriously.
Yeah. And I also, when I looked up or when I heard about the increase in amount of riders they had, I also looked up the EPS, earnings per share, in Q1 of 2019 and also Q1 of 2020. And I mean, of course, they're both losses because they haven't ever been profitable. But their 2019 Q1 was a loss of $9.02 per share, which that's astronomical in my opinion. That's absurd.
That's huge. That's really
Wow.
huge. You're right.
Yeah, but they cut it down to 131 per share now, which is a pretty big improvement from where it was at.
Yeah, I mean, I still think they have a long road to go, and personally, I don't know if you're asking who, but like totally unsolicited advice, I think it seems a little unstable to invest in, just because
Yeah.
it's. I mean, if you think about it, and I know you and I had talked about this before, and Tyler too, but they don't have any physical product. So I mean, if they had some bad PR move like Uber did a while back, and they pissed off enough drivers, I mean, they'd be eating it for years, you know.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I'm kind of
Yeah, and
always
also
a
we
little
still got to
bit
put with this. You can go D.
okay. That's always why I'm a little bit nervous about buying into like social media stocks, because I just feel like, sometimes social media platforms just collapse. Like we um shit. What was that first one that came out?
Vine.
Well, not Vine. Way before
MySpace.
Vine. Yeah, MySpace. That that used to be the shit back in the early 2000s, and it just fell off the map. And yeah, of course, Vine as well. And Snapchat was kind of falling down a little bit, but they've actually rebounded pretty recently. So
Yeah,
I
their
just
their
I just think
earnings
it's
were
kind of
pretty
risky.
rough. Yeah, it definitely is, and um, a big reason that a lot of those stocks get valued is, I mean, a lot of it ultimately comes down to popularity. So if a
Hmm.
company like that, that's social media or like a new tech startup, isn't winning a popularity contest, they're really never going anywhere in the long term.
You just got to hope that these teenage girls keep using these
I know.
social media apps, because we all know that teenage girls are the ones that drive the market.
Dude, I know it's like a popularity contest. Like right now, Instagram's probably prom king, and like everyone else is just like standing on the sidelines, like crying and shit because
Yeah, I
they're not
mean,
they're
Instagram
not
is
raking
taking
in
off.
big bucks. Yeah, exactly. It's just a popularity contest, you know.
Yeah, I mean, also, kind of going off of that, kind of backtracking a little bit. Shopify, the way they do their advertisements, they do a lot of it through social medias like Instagram and Twitter. But so kind of tying it all back together with that, Shopify, it does do that, and it could also help an online business start. So that's one of their marketing points.
Right, and I think that's why I love Shopify so much, is because they are a business tool. It's not a social network at all, and I think they're definitely way ahead of themselves, and they're super into the future and what they can grow the company into. And just in the last like few years, I made a handful of Shopify stores, just like um, importing and stuff and like reselling it online. I mean, they make it so easy. It's like anybody could do it, even if you've never started a business before.
Yeah, honestly, I might just buy some Shopify because I have a Shopify store. Just
Yeah.
to say I did it.
Yeah, there you go. You got to invest in yourself a little bit.
Exactly. The more
True,
money I
true.
spend, the more gains I get.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you get, Dave wrote something here about uh, Duke Professor Campbell Harvey saying that the recession will be over by the
Oh
start of
yeah.
next
My guy
year.
Harvey.
Yeah, so this guy apparently he did his dissertation for his PhD over at Chicago, and he's the one who first came up with the predictive power of the inverted bond yield curve, which is kind of what got us three talking about that there's a possible recession coming up. We were talking about this last year because of this news, and I thought that was pretty impactful, just because you know it's a tool that we've used, and it actually has really good predictive power. Um, so in the article, it said that he was predicting a mild recession, but with the oncome of COVID, obviously it's not mild.
No,
But
no, it's far beyond that.
yeah, but that was totally unexpected, and he's predicting that next year, when the vaccination becomes available to the public, that hopefully the recession will be over by then and we'll go back to normal.
That would be nice, but you know what? You know what's a little eerie is there were a lot of people and mathematicians and MIT and a lot of housing companies, big ones like Zillow and Redfin. They were predicting some sort of market crash in quarter two 2020 or quarter one, and it's crazy that obviously nobody could have predicted that this was going to happen, but technically they were right. So I wonder. how much of that old data would still apply to the current recession we'd experience. Like I know Professor Harvey is basing a lot of his thoughts on, the current COVID situation right now. But I mean, I wonder how much of the original predictions people are still holding on to.
Yeah, it's a good question.
The big
Yeah.
questions on Big Gauchos.
So yeah, I mean, I'm Dave Austin. We've been talking about this crash for what, for about a year, almost 2 years now.
Yeah, we've been praying every night before bed.
Like we knew it was coming. We knew it was coming. But like obviously Harvey, he was making his statement saying like COVID was a big reason to this. And that, I agree with him at some points where this vaccine, if it comes in, it will definitely help the market out. But it is time, regardless of COVID happening or not, for a market correction. And I think with this COVID situation, the long-term effects would definitely be a lot longer. Saying that a vaccine would stop a recession might be a little far-fetched. I think it'll last a little bit longer for it to rebound. But, we'll see what
Mhm.
happens. Time will tell.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I totally agree with what Tyler's saying. I mean, there's no way we can, as soon as all the states get reopened, just gain 35, 40 million jobs back in 1 week. That's just impossible. It's gonna take years. I mean, they've done that math over and over again. There's no way to argue it. So yeah, I agree with Tyler. We're in for a long ride.
Yeah.
And I mean, speaking of those jobless claims, Thursday's tomorrow. That's Magic Jobless Claim Day.
Oof.
You know,
What's the
every
number? What's the
every
magic
couple of weeks or
number?
so. Are we taking bets on this too for tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 46 million.
From the
No.
start of lockdown.
Yeah, like total from the start
Oh,
of
you're not gonna
lockdown
do
to
like
now.
jobless reports for this week?
Oh, you want to do this? Yeah, we can do this week.
Yeah, it'd be easier.
1.3 this week.
I'm saying 2.5.
Damn.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna go a little soft here. I'm gonna go 700.
700,000. We're under the mill.
Okay. Who would have thought that we would be doing a podcast predicting millions of people will be unemployed? And I mean, I hate to say it, but we're probably right. I mean, it could even be more than all of us are guessing.
I mean, I hope not, to be honest. A lot of people are being affected, and I wish
Uh,
everybody that is going through this, they figure something out soon.
yeah, I do too. I mean, I'm praying for everybody and all
Me
that,
too.
but I mean, it's horrible what's happening. But these are things that you do have to think about. I mean, it's going to affect everybody at some point.
True.
Yeah, it's really, really horrendous. The people that are losing their, livelihoods, their companies that they've worked so hard for, and all of a sudden they're just told to pack it up. Good
Yeah,
luck.
I know,
Yeah,
especially because a lot of lenders aren't even doing the PPP lending anymore, and so a lot of companies are having to turn to personal savings, which is horrible.
that
But
is.
I
Yeah,
mean,
definitely a red day tomorrow.
yeah.
Definitely.
But what's crazy? I hope it's a red day tomorrow too. But Dow was up 160 points today, and the
Don't even get me
futures are
started.
super strong, super strong.
Dude, today was a roller coaster. I woke up, the Dow was down, but like it was going up. And like especially yesterday as well, Green Day, no question asked. But all my stocks were going down. I was losing money. I was like, what is going on?
That's so true. I I don't even like looking at my portfolio anymore. Like it used to be a fun thing for me because I was like, oh yeah, man, I'm making a little bit of money today, and like I'm not I'm not doing like day trades and like shorting a bunch of shit to make a killing, but it's like, you know, I you it's like it's fun. It's like Monopoly. It's like a hobby, but it's so irrational these days that I have no desire to even look at it most of the time.
I'm with you.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy.
And I'm kind of a sadist. I like to look at my losses.
You do.
More losses. Let's
I
go.
mean, no, not really. I of course want to see profits, but it doesn't bother me if I am down, $1,000.
No, I mean it doesn't bother me anymore, but the bounces are so erratic and there's really no way to predict anything.
Long term,
Same.
baby.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
very
all long
long
term.
term.
All long term.
Well, speaking of that, maybe we should do the biggest winners of the day.
Yeah, we can do that. But how about first we get in a little reading from our sponsors here.
All right, yeah, go ahead and hit it. All
All
right,
right.
well,
Let's
thanks to
go.
Anchor for sponsoring that for us.
Anchor. Let's get it.
Yeah, we love Anchor. All right, biggest winners of the day. We got Office Depot and Beyond Meat.
Yeah. So Office Depot has the ticker ODP, and it was up 15% on the day. So
I- I'm surprised that they're up because I just went to an Office Max, the same thing as Office Depot. I just went to one I just went to one the other month that was they were going out of business because nobody was buying office supplies. I don't know how they're soaring right now, but I guess it's because everyone has to work from home.
Are they an essential business? Do they stay open through all this?
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
they
yeah,
were they
yeah.
were open the other day. I
There
saw.
you go. No one knows what to do, so they were like, you know what? Let's just go to Office Depot and walk around. And then they pick one thing, and then the next million people that are bored just pick another thing. You know, by the time you know it, up 26%.
Yep, yep, that's very true. And it's definitely a mob mentality, and I can see why they're getting pretty popular.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really look into it too much, but yeah, it's kind of bizarre why they're up so much. I don't know if they had a report that came out that was really good, but yeah, I mean, they're one of the biggest winners.
Loads.
And the
It's
other one is Beyond Meat Incorporated, and it goes by the ticker BYND, and they are up actually 26% on the day. They closed at 128 and 58 cents on the dollar.
dang.
Damn.
I don't know. That's interesting. I don't see their products a lot of places, but I mean, I'm too scared to try that shit because there's no ingredients.
Yeah, so for
I'm
people
sure I've
who
heard it's
don't know,
good, but
if people who don't know what they make, they produce the brands titled Beyond Burger, Beyond Sausage,
Hey.
Beyond Chicken Strips, and Beyond Beef Crumbles.
all your artificial and vegetarian meat needs all in one place.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but that Beyond Beef Crumbles sounds extremely appetizing right now.
Hey, I go for some. I mean, hey, if they make a Beyond 444, they got my sale. Just saying.
Oh man, that'd be so nice. We'll have to try it at some point. I know they have it in Burger King's, so I wonder like on a this might be a little unrelated, but I wonder if because Beyond Meat is going up, if Burger King stock would also go up a little bit, like they might get a slight bump from that.
Yeah,
Maybe.
honestly, might. We all have to go to Burger King and record a video of us all trying it, and then we'll give our own opinions.
We better make it a good opinion in case we want them to sponsor us in the future.
Definitely.
I think it's kind of weird though that they're up so much for the day because of the meat shortages we're seeing. Just it seems kind of bizarre.
But it's not meat, it's beyond meat.
It's more than that. But yeah, no, Dave's right. That's a big lifestyle change to go from eating regular meat to Beyond Meat. And just to do it because you're in a shortage. I mean, I don't know. I'd probably just eat vegetarian. But I mean, I guess everyone's losing their fucking mind. So maybe it's possible.
Hey, we got to try it to see if
So like,
it's even like similar, you know? We have to try it. That's the only
yeah,
way.
we just have like a revelation all of a sudden.
I mean, I'm down to try it. Usually if I get frozen meat, I'll go with tea, but maybe I'll go with Beyond Meat right now.
Let's try it.
Yeah, yeah, I'll give it a go. I'm willing to do it. And then on the other hand, we got the biggest losers. We got Pinterest down 15%, and we got Vericity down 16%. Yikes.
Yeah, so Pinterest, that's what I'm talking about, dude. These social media companies, like there's nothing there. It's just a stupid website. So I think it's very concerning that they lose 15%. That's why I'm not invested in it.
Yeah, it really is. I don't really. It's not that I don't know what they do. It's that I don't personally use it. So I like if I don't use it or I don't know what it is, I'm really hesitant to invest in something
Yeah.
normally.
I agree.
I mean, I do use it, but I use it probably maybe once or twice a month. And the only thing I use it for is actually to look up tattoo ideas.
I do that a lot too.
So,
I mean, the way I see Pinterest is it's kind of like a brainstorming type, like where everybody gets together and like shows off what and like kind of ideas. So I use it for like ideas and whatnot, and like gifts maybe. Like girls love to go on Pinterest and favorite things. So I always go on there and look for like little cool gifts for my girl or anybody else.
Yeah, yeah. My girlfriend does it too. Shout out Bridge if you're listening.
Red, a homie.
She the plug.
yeah, I definitely agree with
Oh.
you. It's more of a female social media platform.
No, I mean
I mean, honestly, I don't
I wasn't
use it.
saying that. I still use it, but
Well,
Yeah, I
I
use it
mean,
too.
I'm gonna go and say it's mostly a female social media platform. I don't care. I'm putting it out there.
Hey,
yeah.
you heard it here, folks.
Yeah, I would agree. Dave's probably right about their demographic, but I think it's good for everybody in like quarantine, like planning out their future lives when they're not, cooped up, trying not to, kill everybody that they're rooming with. But that's why I'm surprised it's not like going up because it's, Pinterest is all about like the future and shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a dumb like DD on it.
No, I see what you mean. It's like, yeah, it's like a more of a do-it-yourself kind of vibe going on there, where they just
Yeah,
post like arts and crafts and other shit.
yeah, exactly. Oh man. You know what
So
time it is?
Veracity, so Veracity, the other loser of the day, down 16%. Um, I wasn't too sure what they were, so I looked into it a little bit, and it's kind of sad that I'm laughing at this, but they were actually a life insurance company.
Really?
Yeah.
You'd think more people would be buying life insurance right now.
Well, maybe, but I feel like a lot of the policies might be coming true at the same time.
Oh shit,
Oh,
I didn't think about that.
higher premiums. People don't want to pay.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
T is right too. Also the higher premiums, definitely. Hmm. That's something to think about. I mean, I know a lot of people have it, but it's not really something you think about until you need it,
True.
which sucks. But another
Mm.
future oriented business that's flopping.
Yeah, for sure.
Sheesh. Hey, we got the sleeper stocks of the day too. Don't forget that. We got some juicy ones today. I'm not gonna lie. We got
Yeah.
we got Sunoco, so we're getting a little bit of the oil industry in there. We got Square, which I mean that's a staple. Come on. We got Southwest Airlines. I think you already kind of know where we're going with that. Sunoco is a really interesting one because a lot of people are scared to invest in oil. Why'd you think of picking that one, Dave?
um, so yeah, it is involved in oil, but they mostly just do transportation and distribution of the fuel products. So um, they're not really involved in the pumping or in the storage. They just kind of ship it around the world.
Right. Do they
So I
do Oh, sorry, go ahead.
so I think it's a little bit safer when comparing, um, you know, actual drilling companies or whatever.
Yeah, I would say so because they need a place to transport and hold all the oil still, even if they're,
My
down super
backyard,
hard on the
boys.
barrels. Yeah, Tyler's backyard, like we talked about on episode 1, throwback.
Go
But
take a listen on the podcast on Spotify and Anchor.
yeah, Spotify, Anchor, Breaker, Pocket Casts. We got the RSS link on biggauchos.com just to plug that real quick. But back to Sunoco. Do they own tankers too, like the ships, or they just do land transport?
I'm pretty sure they do shipping across the water.
Oh, that's really lucrative to be right now because I know Scorpio Tankers is going way up, and so is Nordic American.
Yeah, but you might be a little bit hesitant because they did recover quite significantly from their low. But there still is room to recover within the before the drop.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
but they also have really nice dividends. So that's another thing. If you're a dividend investor, they do have some pretty nice, fat, juicy dividends.
Juicy.
Yeah, oil's big biz for sure.
Yeah, that juiciness, beyond meat juiciness.
We'll see how juicy that plant protein is. Hey, the other one I picked out was Square. It's a company it's I don't want to say it's like Shopify, but they have a lot of the similar business tools. They do the cash registers. They're mainly known for the card readers and payment exchange like Venmo. They had a little bit of a tank back last month, but I think they're going to go way up just because of online payment transfers super popular, and also if you have a lot of people starting their own business similar to Shopify, they're going to need a way to process payments. And the Square card reader is so affordable. This isn't sponsored, but the Square card reader is like insanely affordable compared to Verifone or some of the other bigger options on the market. That I just feel like it would be a really popular tool for the person starting out, and their fees are better than most of the big companies anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna buy some stock of
Nice.
them from about a year ago, but I didn't pull the trigger on that. Um, so I do know there's some really good things going on in that business, and I maybe would consider it again in the future to buy it.
I definitely would. Yeah, it would be crazy. I think they're gonna go way up. They're just starting to trend upward in the last couple of weeks, but not that they won't recover to the same highs they were at. It's technology. It's pretty much Corona proof. Rona, excuse me. I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can say that
COVID-19.
word. Yeah, yeah.
The blacklisted
Disgusting.
word.
Yeah, we're gonna
The
get taken
C
off
word.
Apple. C word. Yeah, we're gonna call it the C word. Every time you hear the C word from now on, just you know it's a popular disease.
Popular disease.
No, not popular. You know what I mean? Like a disease that everyone's talking about. The C word because we can't say it.
Ah.
Yeah, you get me. Oh, the other one I saw that I threw up there just real quick. Southwest Airlines, and I know the overarching like macro level reason is that it's an airline and it's really cheap right now because nobody's traveling. But I have this article right here that I read that said, and I was reading about this today too, that 50% of airline fleets are grounded right now, and um, they're burning through approximately $10 billion a month is what Motley Fool is saying, just by having planes sitting on the ground and not flying.
That's crazy.
I know, yeah, they're bleeding so hard, but you know the motto on the show. What's the motto?
Yes.
We only
Get
invest in companies that get bailed out,
bailed out,
baby.
boys. Let's get it.
That's right. That's right. And I know a bunch of senators got some of that juicy stock in Southwest, I'm sure. So there's no chance they're gonna go under. But buy now while everybody's afraid.
Southwest Airline, bye.
Yes,
You heard it here,
sir. Yes,
folks.
sir. Y'all heard it here. Oh man. Well, I mean, on that note, what are you boys thinking about the predictions for tomorrow?
Um, it all depends on what the job report says, honestly.
Hey, who won yesterday's thing?
That was. Did we check?
Not me.
I thought
Not
it was.
me.
I thought it was me, but maybe I'm thinking of another day.
Here, hold on. Let me check right now. What did it close at today?
Yeah, we didn't even.
23-7 approximately.
23-7. Austin took the dub at 23,600.
I got 2 dubs in a row. That means I got 3.
Yeah, Austin coming up with 3 dubs.
So,
Hell yeah. Put it on the scoreboard.
Yes, sir.
you know, I think I'm going to double down and say we're only going to see approximately 600 people losing their jobs, or 600,000, my bad, people losing their jobs. And I think that's going to be an underestimate. And it's going to turn out pretty good for the market, in my opinion. So I'm going to predict it's going to be a green day, and we're going
Green
to
Day.
close at 24 even.
Oh, you were close to mine. You're reading my mind. I'm thinking it's super green also, but I'll go 24 too.
I'm gonna say that it's a Green Day because I like to follow you guys sometimes. I'm usually the devil's advocate, but
That's true.
I think it's with the job report coming out. I think that it will cause it to go down, but because of yet today's bloodbath, I think it's gonna go up at least 200 points. 23 900.
Okay, yeah, that's a more conservative pick. I like that. I was always wanted to do the conservative picks, but the boys talked it out of me because the money printer never stops, as we've learned.
We got to make a shirt that says that.
We do. If you guys would buy shirts, let us know.
Big Gaucho merch.
The Gaucho merch, biggauchos.com/merch.
That'd
One
be
day,
pretty
boys.
cool. I'm down.
I am too, and we could do the tan color with the money man and all that. Have fun.
And
Hey, well, that was a really good run. Want to thank everyone for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show. Uh, don't forget, leave us a video message, anchor.fm/gauchos if you want to send us an investing tip, and we might play it on the show. We're now streaming everywhere. Check out biggauchos.com, and hopefully we'll have some merch coming soon. You guys know it's time for Tyler to do his thing. Let's hear it.
What up, guys? Just a quick disclaimer that we are not licensed brokers and that everything said in this podcast and slash video is all our opinions and kind of just want to share our knowledge with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, risk and invest at your own risk. We are not liable for any loss or gains. So yeah, invest safely, Big Gauchos, and we hope you make some money.
Yes, sir. We're not liable for any gains unless you made money listening to our advice. Then we're gonna
Always
take
shout
full
us out
credit.
though.
Yeah, we'll take full credit for sure. Ooh, all right. Good night from Arizona. We're hoping you made money today. I'll see you boys on Friday, eh?
Yeah, see you Friday.
Woo
See you
whoop.
guys.